Hi guys, Sweet Nails here. As requested, I am going to show you how I do this flower. Now, mind you, I'm not that great. I've just, learned how to do this from other videos that I've seen on YouTube. So yeah, I don't want to take credit for this, but this is how I do it, and please forgive me, I'm not that great. Okay, so let's get started. Here, I just have my little stick, and I have a tip, just a clear tip on here. And with a piece of hair. Let me grab that. Okay. I have a tip here, and I've just put a base coat on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pigment. This is the Inez Cosmetics pigment. It's in a purple. You can see there. It is a beautiful purple. Okay. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm going to cover the surface with this color. Okay, so bring it over, have a little bit on here, and I'm going to just pat it on. Okay, a little bit more, and pat it on. Well, that was a lot, but just packing it on to cover it with that color. Okay, I think that looks okay. That is good. Now I'm going to put it a layer. Now this is just the base coat layer I've been putting on, because it's not quite going to matter just as of yet, because we're just starting our design. Now I am floating this polish on the top so that my brush doesn't get a whole bunch of pigment in it. So very lightly, using pigments, always make sure before you put your polish brush back in the polish that there's no pigment on it, because it will get into your polish. Okay, this is fine. So put it back in. Now I'm going to set it in the light for 30 seconds, and we can get started with our design. Okay, I have a little wipe here. I'm going to put some cleanser on it, so we can cleanse it. And this is a gift, and it's called Empress. Very, very beautiful purple. It's so beautiful. Can't get over it. So nice. Okay. Now, I do have a little piece of paper here. It has some pink and some white. This is just acrylic paint from Dollar Tree, Dollarama. And the brush I'm using for the flower is this brush right here. Okay, it is like a chisel brush. It's very, very thin, and this is the key to do these. I found out in a video. It has to be very flat. Very, very flat. Okay? So this is, and I got this. It's the number 4, and I got it from Michaels. Okay? And that's the number there. Z73CB. Okay? Okie dokie. This is longer than 30 seconds, but let's just clean it off. And let's paint. Okay. Okay, so I'm ready to paint here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to dip one side of my brush into the white. So you can see there's a corner. And then I'm going to dab the other corner into the pink. Okay? So it looks like that. And I'm going to take my skin and I'm going to blend it together on both sides there, and I'm going to fill it up again. So there has to be a lot of paint on your brush for this. Okay. Stroking it, blending it together. Alright, so I am ready. This brush is loaded. Okay, now I'm going to put the pink on the outside of the flower, and I'm just going to move up and down like this. Okay, so let me get in here. I know I'm a little shaky today. My apologies. Just up and down like that. Okay, there's my first panel. Tends to be a lot of white, more so than pink, because the pink does show up a little bit more. Okay, but all the detail work on this flower comes later. Okay. Wow, super shaky today. Really sorry, guys. Okay. So just moving up and down, and yes, there is a little line there. I haven't been able to perfect this yet. So, you know, practice. It's, you know, practice makes perfect. Okay, so this is basically a beautiful flower. Not so much as a second, but yes, it's a beautiful flower. So now I'm going to go back in with a little bit here, and blending it out, and I'm going to go back over. Just to make it a little bit, see, this one doesn't really need it, but I'm going to go back over it anyways. Make sure your brush is loaded like mine wasn't just now. Okay. I'm going to leave that one alone for a minute and deal with this one, because this one seems to be a little bit more dry. Okay. And all that pink. See, look at the brush. Okay, so I'm going to wipe the brush a little bit. And build it up again. Making sure I have enough in there. Alright. Okay, so that's basically our flower right there. Alright, I'm going to let that dry for just a minute, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay guys, I'm back. For the little detail work, I'm using one of these little paintbrushes. You know, everybody has seen these. I think everybody has a set of this. Okay, I'm going to get my acrylics paint back, okay, and I'm going to go with the color that's in the center of the flower. This is the color that you would outline your flower with, okay? So I'm just going to take this and outline very carefully. I can get more paint on my brush here. Yeah, you can see I'm only doing one side of this flower. Okay, so there you go. That is one side. Now, so it doesn't add too much white, I'm going to go start from this end right here. Okay, I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you guys can see it. There we go. Sorry, folks. Okay. Alright, so this end, just down like that. Just connecting the flower on the other side. Oh, super shaky today. That means my blood pressure's out. Okay. Hey, don't fall underneath my hand. Alright. Okay, so basically we have outlined our flower. There's a lot of detail there. Okay, and I'm going to take some of the white, just going to put in a drop of water. I have a little cup, just a little shot glass full of water, and just to make it a little bit thinner, because I just want to thin this out just a little bit, so we can do these strokes in the middle. You don't have to wet it, but I find it's just a little bit easier. Okay, so now we're going to do some just details. I have to kind of maneuver my brush. How am I going to do this? Okay, here we go. Can you guys see this? Alright, so I'm just going to go into the flower and bring a couple of strokes out. This is wet, so it's not going to be as opaque. Like that. Okay, and if you find you get a little bit too much white, go back in the pink. And you know, you can layer this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Basically just some details. Alright. Alright, so now, because we have the white in the middle, I'm going to go with my pink. I'm going to get a little ball, on the end of my brush, and I'm just going to do some dots here. Just random little dots up into the flower. It gives it a very pretty detail. Okay. And then maybe some more little dots here. Okay, basically, there you go, there's our design. So I'm just going to wait for this to dry, and then I'll top coat it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to use my top coat, and this is a Finger Paints top coat, and I just dripped it on my board. You can probably see that. Okay. And now, because this is acrylic paint, you do want to float your brush again, so that you don't get a whole bunch of strokes and stuff. Okay, so let me just put this in the light. Okay guys, it's just come out of the light. And if my camera will focus, here is your, well, one-stroke flower, I guess you could say. Now I hope that this, I'm just going to cleanse this nail here. I hope that this has helped. If there's any questions or anything, feel free to leave them below. I will get back to you. And yes, absolutely, if there's something that you haven't tried before in regards to nail arts or whatnot, give it a go. Worst thing that can happen is it doesn't look good the first time, but practice makes perfect. So give it a go, try it, and yeah. Thanks guys for watching. Until next time, peace out.